So hi, I'm Sasha, welcome to the Spanner Lab. Today I'm raising money for Rainbow Rooks Community Chess Club, which is a community chess club that I set up last year in Manchester, serving the Greater Manchester home education community. The reason being that this community often doesn't have access to in-school chess clubs, which is where most people learn to play chess. So I thought, okay, there's a community of people who could really benefit from chess and who aren't likely to get it. So today I'm doing a little bit of tactics training. I'm going to try and see if I can get a decent streak going and hopefully raise some money for Rainbow Rooks Community Chess Club. At the minute, Rainbow Rooks is not able to meet because of COVID-19. We don't have the funds to set up a COVID secure environment. To do that costs around about £25 an hour, which we don't have. That would be a COVID secure environment for just 5 children. So for a COVID secure environment for 5 juniors, it will cost us about £25 per hour. So that's what we're trying to raise money for today. My PayPal link is on my Twitch page. If you do want to just mention it in chat. I'm going to be doing a little bit of tactics training. So how do we go about tactics training? Well, just familiarizing myself in the situation. So first thing to look at is the enemy king. How does that look? Not great, if I'm being honest. Obviously there's a lot of space around it. It is completely free to move, however, so there might not be any tactics on immediately. My own king is something to pay attention to as well. So my king is a little bit more secure, though could be checked, but I'm not sure I'm really worried about it. The next thing to look at is, are there any pieces in danger? Well, this piece is under attack, but is also defended, so I don't think I need to worry about that. Beyond that, am I attacking any pieces? Well, I'm certainly attacking this one. So I've spotted a hanging piece. That would be nice to be able to take it. Well, can I? Is the next question. If I take this piece, will anything bad happen? It's not defended, for sure. My bishop is hanging. So that's something I need to pay attention to, the fact that this pawn can take the bishop. So taking this bishop over here isn't sensible immediately. I need to do something about this situation. So right now I'm thinking, okay, if I capture here, okay, I lose the bishop, but I was always going to. But I get a pawn in exchange. Okay, so I've found a plan that will win me a pawn. So whenever we can find a good move, our next step is to try and find a better one. So keep looking. You found one good move. Can you find a better move? So is there anything else I could capture? Well, I can take here, but it seems well defended. I can't distract that defender in any way. I can't see it being something I could take off the board very easily. I'm going to have another look for a little bit, but I do think that the best move is going to be to capture here and then to capture here. I'm just going to check a little bit longer. do I think? Yeah, I'm going to go for it. Okay. No, that wasn't it. Okay, what was it? Because the next thing to look at is, okay, when this happened, what did that free up? Not really anything. Is that just okay? Now what? Where's the best place to go from here? So it's going to be somewhere along this row. Right. There or there, I'm going to say straight away no. And rule those out because the bishop controls those. Same here, the knight controls that, so I don't want to go there. Rook controls that, so I don't want to go there. So that leaves me with two possibilities. Of these two, one's going to be a little bit easier to escape from. So that is what I'm thinking. No. Try the other one? No. It's not that either. There's that. Okay, so not the best success on my first one. Right. Now here we've got a very, very weak back rank. So straight away, that is looking tempting. Because that's a forcing move. Whenever we've got a forcing move, i.e. a move that we know what the reply is going to be to, that's potentially a tactic. So after that, we know that king to h7 is coming. From there, what I would then think is queen to f5, which is another check. It's not quite as forcing. There is a couple of possibilities, but let's look through them in turn. Okay, so you're going to need to visualize this a little bit with me. Okay, so king's here, so the king's got to move. King can't move backwards. No, king doesn't have to move. So there's three ways to get out of check: move, block, or capture. f5 isn't defended, so black can't capture. Can block with g6. We'll come back to that in a second. The other option, of course, because black can't move back to the back rank because of the rook, the other option would be to move to h6. Now, visualization moment. What is the problem with king to h6? I'll give you 5 seconds. Rook h8 is checkmate after king to h6 because the queen covers these squares, can't go back there, and then the rook would be controlling all of these. So that would be checkmate. So king to h6 is an impossibility, so we will get g6 happening next because we've had two forcing moves. What next then? I would then say queen to h3 check. again, king's in check, so the king is still on h7, in check. Can't move back, can't move forward because of the queen, can't move there. There is no block, there is no capture, has to move to g7. So suddenly we've got 3 forcing moves in a row. And after king g7, queen to h8 is checkmate. There we go. So I've got another one in the middle game. First thing, what do I make of my... Well, I'm just going to put a pin in that. I've noticed, alright, my rook is under attack. I'm just going to check on the safety of my king. The queen is controlling a lot of squares near to my king, which could pose a problem, but the queen doesn't really have any backup. She needs an escort. She can't do things on her own. How's my opponent's king doing? Well, not great. There is a possibility of some checks on this exposed king that I might want to look into, because I've got a rook under attack. Are any of my opponent's pieces in danger? Well, just keep an eye on this queen, because doesn't seem to have that many squares. So that's worth noticing. So yes, I've got a piece that's in danger. My opponent's queen looks a little bit wobbly, actually. So what am I going to do? So let's look at queen e5 check. Doesn't really force anything, which is a little bit concerning, because we ideally want to try and force something. We want to make something happen. But the king has a lot of options. The king can move to f8 or h7, or block on f6, which forks the queen and knight, which gets a little bit risky. So I'm not sure that the check is the correct response. Knight to e6 check. Again, okay, so this time we've got king h8, king h7. Again, not really forcing anything. Could take back, which is what I would want, you know, to try and distract here. So I've got a few ideas that, if I can combine them in the right order, might work. Question is, what order? Or even if it is these 3 ideas. I should probably update my streak, actually. Okay. So if I take here, captures back, and then there is check. Oh, I don't like that. This is potentially something. If I can get this rook out of the way with check, there we go. The secret was to get the rook out of the way with check. Straight lines are a little bit of a clue. So straight lines are a real key to solving problems. So straight away, there's a straight line. There's a straight line. Lots of things going along those straight lines. Also, that one as well. So some straight lines to consider. So the king's not doing great because that is a bit of a wobbly back rank. After queen takes e8, check, knight takes e8, rook takes e8, and bishop can block. So the bishop is the only thing preventing checkmate there. And then again, this back rank is also weak. This is a very sharp position. A very sharp position. We've got this weakness here because we've got too many. The king's got nowhere to go if there's a check on the back rank. However, that bishop can check. So is there a way of distracting it? Quickly enough? Unsure. Because this is almost as much of a threat. So the queen is under attack right now. Any ideas, chat? Capturing here puts pressure on the bishop, but I still lose the queen. So I need to make a bigger threat. I either need to move the queen. Okay, so ways of dealing with threats. 1. Move. Easiest one to do. Not always the best one. Because obviously if you're on a square, there's a reason you want it to be on it. So number 1 is move. Number 2. Block. Can I block this attack? Yeah, there's a few possibilities for a block. But they don't really do anything for me. Right, the reason I can't really move is because of that checkmate threat. So I would need to move to a square that defended the rook on e1. Of which there are not many. I can block a few times. I can block here, here, here. Those are the 3. Knight e6 I've thought about, because obviously it attacks the queen and the bishop, but f takes e6 is just too simple of a solution. And e6 is actually well defended as well because of the bishop and the rook. So after... So I haven't even got a way through because that pawn there... So that bishop can't even see it. So that just effectively loses a knight. The other blocking moves seem a little bit passive. I don't like them. I want something better. So I've ruled out moving, I've ruled out blocking. I can rule out defending because it's a queen. It's already defended, but the piece that's attacking it is a rook. It doesn't matter if I defend it. A queen is worth 9 points and a rook is worth 5. So we can rule out defending as well. I can take the attacking piece, which I can't. The next is to make a bigger threat. No, I can take the attacking piece. That is an option I am still considering. But my next option is to make a bigger threat. Can I make a bigger threat? Queen takes e8 seems like damage limitation. But do I have a follow-up that wins? Gonna go for it. Okay. So that was the right way to go, but now what? Is it that I win the knight after this? Yeah. Okay. Sometimes knowing what to do is not easy. Okay, my king's safe. I can rule out any attack on my king. That king, we've got a bit of a straight line there. So that pawn is pinned, but I'm not sure it's that big of a deal. Okay, I've spotted it. This knight is pinned. So after rook takes d7, knight takes d7, bishop takes e7. So I end up winning 2 minor pieces, 3 plus 3, 6, for 1 rook, 5. Trying to break down these puzzles every single time. In fact, I think it making it more difficult for myself by doing so, but hey, if that helps someone else work out what the process is for these kind of puzzles. So my strength is 1641 in puzzles. Should probably be higher. But I'm getting there. It's just I don't do enough puzzles, which is a mistake, I know. Puzzles are one of the best ways of improving. Okay, how's that king looking? Okay. Queen's not quite on her own, because this pawn is actually quite tasty. This king, on the other hand, bad way. Can't go there. Can't go there. So after rook takes h5, the king has no squares. never a good position for a king to be in, because any check is checkmate. So if white doesn't move, or if white doesn't do anything about it, queen h1 is checkmate. And there's only one way of stopping that, actually, which is to give up the queen on h5. So by looking at the fact that my opponent's king is in massive danger, I can convince my opponent to give up their queen. So that puts me into a streak of 4. So I'm on a streak of 4. Okay. Danger. Why my opponent not take it last turn? I don't know. I feel like there's some sort of, there's a pattern here that I should know, but I don't. Knight e2 is forcing. King has to go to h1. After that, then what? So forcing move is always tempting, because you know what's coming. It's easy. But then what? Then what? There's a checkmate on. Yeah, it's a pattern. I'll show you what the pattern is. That knight controls those two squares. So, looking at it now, we can see, all right, if this pawn wasn't here, if we could get rid of it somehow, this position is checkmate, right? So how do we get rid of it? Sacrifice a knight for it. There we go. I knew it was a pattern I should know, but had forgotten. My puzzle rating is now up to 1662, so I've broken 1650. And my streak is on 5. So just a reminder that today I am raising money for Rainbow Rooks Community Chess Club. And that should be my PayPal me link. If you can donate any money would be appreciated. It's going to cost us about £25 per hour to deliver community chess to 5 children in Greater Manchester, because we can't currently set up a COVID secure space. So £25 an hour would allow us to get a COVID secure space. So that's why I'm doing these streams. I'm streaming every Tuesday and Thursday to try and raise money for Rainbow Rooks Community Chess Club. So let's keep going. So rook after e8. Right. How's that going? Alright. That king's alright. Try and break this down a little bit. Okay. I'm thinking, alright, if this rook wasn't here, that's not really good enough. I'm sort of looking at the queen potentially. It's totally not letting me take that. Drawing off. There we go. That queen is unusually enough slightly low on squares. Can I do anything with that? If I bring a rook to there, attacking this knight, no, I don't think that does anything. A tip, if you could send it via PayPal, that'd be great, because I'm not partner or anything. Like, people have tried to donate via the channel before and it doesn't work. Sorry, I've only got one screen, so I'm having to flick backwards and forwards. Yeah, if you could send some money to my PayPal. Yeah, we just need a little bit to keep us going. Well, to help us set up a COVID secure space, if you can get. Oh, a move suggestion. Yeah, sure. Go for it. I'm just looking at that queen. She seems a little bit busy, but I don't really know what to do about it. Yeah. So to support the knight, because it's only defended once. I mean, I'll kind of. Yeah. I'm just thinking after rook d1, then the knight just moves. So can I just do anything about that? No, not really. So I was thinking, okay, knight's weak, but it's still got a square. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We can't go there. It can go there, but that's not great. It can go there, but that's not great. If only the rook or queen is already at the d file. Okay. Okay, I'm a little bit lost. So Kintelda says if only the rook or queen is already at the d file. So that would bring the queen to the d file. For sure. Then what? I feel like I can see half a picture. Just going to take a guess now. No, it didn't feel good. No. What is it? I was looking at that. I couldn't work out how to. I just didn't see that was also check. It's weird what you see and what you don't see. It must have been so frustrating for you. So reset my streak. Reset my streak. Yeah. Kinselda, what's your rating like? Just happy folks are doing their tactics. I need to. I'm so bad at tactics in comparison with actually playing games, which is wild. Okay, that looks nice. Okay. Knight's not defended. Other things to look at. Almost the same case here. Yeah, I'm 1650 tactics and 1850 classical, which I get by on heaps of opening theory that I learnt as a child. I know. Don't know how. I'm just eyeing it up. Okay. All right. So if I do, if I just take, King H8 would be the not very bold option. King takes H7 being the more bold option. Which after the board is gone. Thank you. Right, and then it's my fault. I messed around. I clicked the wrong button. There we go. Thank you. I just clicked the wrong button. You can accidentally get rid of the board by accident. Just do that. No. Something is hanging. Yeah, it was that weak knight that I said earlier. Yep. It's just a matter of just joining the dots and, so I knew about the diagonal. I knew about the weak knight. It's just joining the gap in between them. Right. Let's do this then. Right, there's definitely a weak king. We've got a pin. We've got undefended rook. We've got a weak back rank. As long as that knight doesn't move, we should be okay. Okay, after queen f2, surely we get queen d4, so that's not gonna wash. No, it is. No, it's not because of the weak back rank. Okay. I was thinking, okay, queen f2, queen d4, capture, king takes back, take the bishop, but the back rank's too weak, so that doesn't work. However, what if we mix up the move order a little? Queen f2, queen to d4, rook takes c6 check, king takes c6, queen takes d4, and the back rank is still too weak. Ugh. That weak back rank is being a pain. Where to? Can't be blocked. Got to move on to here. No, not necessarily. That back rank is a nightmare. Rook takes c6 check. If queen takes c6, queen f2 doesn't matter because the back rank's too weak. It's a recurring problem. Yeah. There's a lot of possibilities that all end in and you lose on the back rank. So there's one way of doing it that doesn't clearly, but what is it? Queen to b8. No. I may as well try queen to f2 now. It is queen to f2, but then what? Oh, it's just going to let me take it? I would have thought that there'd be some messing around with queen d4. Why doesn't queen d4 work? Like, it does. Stockfish is saying... This is not a good puzzle, because queen d4 is almost as good and makes the puzzle a lot trickier. Because after that... I don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah, I said why not... Oh, why not black queen d4? Because of the weak back rank. You can't actually capture the bishop. So white's actually winning at this point. Yeah, like, I didn't like that puzzle at all because the answer depended on the king going off away from the rook, but actually white would just block on d4, so bad puzzle. Weak back rank again. That is too much of a problem. So the rook can't move. But queen can. So that's forcing. And then queen f8, rook f8, rook f8. Finally, got one right again. Yeah. It's a bit of a theme for today, weak back rank, so. Right, what's this one? Let's have a look. What did g1? Queen's under attack. King's in the center. Rook's a little bit trapped. That's just weaknesses. Weakness. If I had a bishop, I'd say that that was a weakness, but I don't. I have a queen, but no, can't really get round to that side. Where's my queen going to go? Immediate problem. Haven't got any. Have I got any checks? Nice having you with us, Gonsalda. Okay, so. Queen's under attack. I've got to do something about that. That is a pressing concern. Like I said before, immediate threat. I either want to defend, which I can't because it's a queen. Block, can't. Take the attacking piece, can't. Move, possibly. Counterattack, possibly. So move, where does that put me? That is available. I'm going to do them in blue. I'm going to do them in blue. That's available. That's not. That is. That isn't. That isn't. That isn't. Okay, I've got two choices. If I want to move, I've got two choices. One of which is check. I was going to do something completely wild and capture on e4, no, e3. King takes e3, knight c4. It doesn't really solve the problem. After queen h2, rook h2 asks a question I can't answer. Last one. I've noticed that they're on a fork pattern. It's getting the knight there that I can't quite work out. So that is 2 moves away. Those two moves. I just thought it was too far away, but it's not. When you roll stuff out. That was ridiculous. Thank you. That's something. That's something. I can't see the board anymore. I've drawn too many lines. I think this might be my last one as well. There's a lot going on. Right, none of the black pieces are undefended. A couple of the white pieces are, but now what? I need to go. This is going to be my last one. This is the area of the board I'm looking at. If it's not over here, I'm never going to find it. So much going on in this position, I can't pick it out. there's 3 different axes of interest. I'd say the thing I'm most interested in is this. Trying to pry that pawn off of that file. Get a lot of fun. I don't know how to do it. No. Oh. That was how to do it. One more to restore my confidence in my ability to actually play some chess. Weakness, weakness, weakness. Queen's in trouble. Get rid of these. Okay, knight covers these 2 squares. Queen can't go diagonally. Queen covers that square, king covers that square. Queen can't go diagonally at all. Covers all of these squares. Queen covers these 2 squares. That pawn covers that square. That square is available. But the queen covers this square and this square. So, a way to attack both those squares in one go. And I have self-esteem again. Anyway, that was my tactics training. I end on a streak of 1. Thanks for tuning in. I will be back on Thursday with, I've not decided what. I'm just trying different stuff out, and whatever happens, happens. I might play a few games on Thursday. Trouble is, I'm massively overrated, so I will just get dunked on a whole bunch of times in a row. But that's chess. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and I will see you again next time. Bye.